How many of you know that if you had your life to live over again, you could do more than what you've done thus far? Raise your hands, please. Now, that proves the point that what we do and what we accomplish in life is only a tip of the iceberg of what's possible for us. So I want you to think about some goals that you'd like to achieve. And I'd like for you to, let's say, break them up in 3 categories. Number 1, I want you to think about some personal goal you'd like to achieve. And I'd like for you to think about some career goal, some business goal that you'd like to achieve. And what you think about some social contribution, some impact you'd like to make with your life. It was Horace Mann who said, "We should be ashamed to die until we've made some major contribution to humankind." I believe we live in the greatest country in the world that gives us an opportunity to leave our mark, to make a statement with our lives. How many of you know people just take it, don't give anything back? Raise your hands, all right? These are miserable people. Listen to what it says. They're miserable people to be around. These takers. The act of giving makes you more alive and able to sustain life. See, when you are going through life relentlessly, seeking out what is it you're supposed to give, what service are you supposed to give, that you're supposed to provide, that you're supposed to bring. Here's something God said that's very important. He said, service is the rent we pay for the space we take up on earth. How many of y'all know people that's behind in their rent? Raise your hand, please. All right. There's a lot of y'all that raise your hand because you're the one. I'm just playing with you. We're going to give you your money back if you're the one. All right. All right. So decide now. Whatever you have, whatever this is that you have in you, that you're going to give, and you're going to give like you've never given before. Why? It gives your life to give. It brings out more in you. The more you give, the more you realize you can give. The more you share, the more you love, the more compassion you show. What a time when we have homeless people, the time when we have young people who have no sense of purpose and direction. At a time when people are feeling powerless with all the massive layoffs and jobless people. And there's a mean spirit against people that are down on their luck. For people now decide that regardless of what's going on in my life right now, there's something I can give. Regardless of what's going on, that I showed up to do something, and I'm going to find a way to become a greater service to humanity, a greater service to life. Now, what can you do less when you have been telling yourself you can reach a goal and you've been affirming, I am abundant, I am rich, oh, I feel better than good and better than most, I'm blessed and highly favored, I can make it, I'm a winner. And you're losing every day, life whipping your butt every day, you're reading all these prosperity books, you're listening to all these tapes and it ain't happening. You wrote your goals down. You've been concentrating on these goals. You've been going out there and you have no money in your pocket. You're talking about, I'm a rich child of God. Your mind say, come on, give me a break. Who are you joking? What do you do when you've lost your spirit? You've lost your job. You lost everything. Life been devastating. How do you do it? Come on, be real, man. Come on, get a life. You can't do that. You can't come back from that. Come on. How do you do that? Here's something that Larry D'Angelo wrote. He said, life is like a grindstone. It can polish you or it can pulverize you depending on how you position yourself. Hello. Here's what I want you to do. Think about this goal you have. I want you to think about it hard, because here's what happened to that man that closed himself into the garage. He didn't believe this. This is some place that you can always retreat to and be in concert with yourself. See, when I started working on my goal, just starting 5 years ago, to go into a $210 billion industry, had no training in that industry, never did it, no exposure in that industry, wanting to become nationally known, not a celebrity, not some athlete or actor, no exposure to the market. But I decided here's something I wanted to do that gives my life value and meaning. I love talking to people. I love making people feel good and making them laugh and enjoying themselves. I started out, how do you stand the race, Les, when you knocked on doors and you were turned around and you lost your money, lost your car, had no place to stay, sleeping at people's houses, on their floor, on their couch? How do you do that? How do you handle the times when you're borrowing money and couldn't pay it back? You felt humiliated when people you love who didn't believe in you told you you ain't nothing. How do you fight that inner conversation? How do you keep on coming back again and again? You don't know what has happened to me when your life has been destroyed with drugs or alcohol, or you've lost your business or lost your job or lost your home, and you've been completely devastated. How do you come back? How can you tell me that there's a possibility I could come back? Oh, let me tell you something. All I want you to think about, whatever you want to do, whatever goal you have, whatever dream you have, it's to reclaim your health. It's to have your own business, to have another job, to earn more money, to have a better life, to travel around the world, to help our children, to make the environment better. Whatever it is, here's what I want you to stand on. This one statement, on this benchmark, just say to yourself, it's possible. See, if I'd said 5 years ago, I'm going to make 5 years from now $1 million in 1 year, and I hadn't made $10,000, my mind would say that's impossible. Come on. See, I think the reason that most people don't reach their goals, and many of the people that started out with me that gave up and stopped and they became frustrated, know what happened, Pat? They said, I can do it. I'm not asking you to say, I can do it. No, don't say that. No. I don't even want you to believe you can do it. No, that's not a requirement. All you need to do to get out in the arena of life is to say it's possible. I was on in Chicago. A lady called 2 o'clock in the morning named Sasha saw me on television. They're raising money for TBS. She said, Les Brown, I'm so proud of you and your brother and what y'all did to buy your mother a home. But let me tell you something. I saw y'all at the beginning of that program. You know, it's most certainly nice that she raised y'all. She had to be a good woman to raise children that weren't hers. But not only did she have to raise y'all, y'all are some ugly children. Y'all had some funny little bald heads on television. Could y'all take those pictures off? If I were you, I wouldn't let nobody see those pictures. I mean, I didn't even ask her to do that for me. 2 o'clock in the morning, she called me and told me that. Boy, y'all are some homely kids. What a good, God bless that I raised 2 ugly children. What are people talking about? All right, they're just something else. I want you to know whatever dream you have, you're going to have some people tell you that. My brother, he said to me, it's been so good. Wesley came up and one of my assistants met him at the airport and brought him to the Penobscot building. And she said he walked her all over the Penobscot building. He said, is this an important building in Detroit? She said, yes. So he got off the elevator, 21st floor, and got off and saw my office name there. She said, eyes got big, and he came in. Now, this is the same person. Every time we had a holiday, I'd go home. Wesley is the master at talking about you and being a dream buster. I mean, a proud dream buster. And he used to say, what are you doing now on your dream? And the table gets silent. Well, Wesley, this is my year. Oh, I think we've heard that before, haven't we, Margaret? Well, this year is different. This is my year. Didn't we hear that before? Yes. Wesley, why don't you get you a real job rather than beating your gums together? Mama said, Leslie, they still might take you back down at Sears. By this time I'm turning red, but could nobody see it? Room turning purple now. Smoke coming out my ears and my nose. I'm smoking now. Mama, make him leave me alone now. Yeah, Mr. Motivator. Look how much weight he lost, Mama. Talking about he fasting. So Wesley said, Les, I'm proud of you, my friend. You have really done it. Wesley is so honest. He's an honest person. Boy, he's honest. Wesley used to talk about these little tapes right here. Jack saw me with my dream. Whatever dream you have, Joseph Campbell talks about the long night of the soul. You're going to have moments of feeling deceived and isolated and persecuted and condemned and powerless. Long journey, long dark night of the soul. But when you hold on to your dream, don't let anybody kill it in you. Just hold on to that dream. When it doesn't make sense to anybody, include you sometimes. Just hold on. Eventually help comes. In the middle of the night, help will come and say, here, let me bring you assistance. Help will come. Jack came up and said, Les Brown, we're going to give you packaging for your tapes. We're going to do a different thing for you. I was just going with my dream. I just came with what I had. See, a lot of people say, I'm going to go after my dream when I get all my ducks in a row and I get everything together, get all my bills paid, children graduate. I'm going after my dream then. Just, soon as things get together, I'm going, no. You ain't going to never get all those ducks lined up. You got to go now. You got to go right now. Go with whatever you got. What do you mean? I don't have my shoes on. Just go ahead on them. Go with whatever you got, because the clock is ticking. Time's gone, time's gone. Weston look old to me because that boy hasn't found out about Clairol yet. But time gone, I'm proud of him. Look like my daddy with all that gray hair. Time's gone. You know, it's time. You got to do what you got to do. You got to do now. Right now what you got. Got to take it right now. Got to take it to the hoop right now. Now, here's what you got. You don't have no time to mess around. You got to concentrate your thoughts. See, we think in those thoughts all day, every day. You got to focus on thinking. Those thoughts have power.